Well, hello everybody, I am JayLeonardJ, and today we are checking out the Surgeon V2 by Matthews Effects. Well, Rick Matthews, pretty crazy cat, just updated the surge and delay. We have the version 2 on the bench today, and it really does up the ante over the original in a lot of ways. Instead of 3 modes, you have 4 now, and each one has 2 different ways to approach it. There's tap tempos and presets, MIDI capabilities. There's a USB app for like computer editing. So there's really a lot of expandability in this tiny little box to really conjure up some fun and exciting delay sounds. Really funky stuff. So what I'm going to do today, plug in the guitar, plug into the amp. We're gonna make some noise. I'm ready to plug this thing in and have some fun. So let's get to work. Well, we're all wired up and ready to go. Fender Telecaster J.M.A signature pickups and Stringjoy strings, going into a Tone King Imperial. And if I turn on distortion, which I might feel inclined to do, it's a Rev G3. And if I turn on an extra reverb boost, I don't know if I will, but we'll see. It's a Mr. Super Swell. Oh, sorry, a Super Swell by Mr. Black. That's what it is. Let's talk about the Surgeon now. There's 3 knobs here. Dose is like a mix knob. Regen is your feedback / repeats knob. And finally, Pulse is your speed. Now this button is a tap tempo, so we could use that as well. And there's a tap subdivision over here. And you could also run this to control your presets. But right now I have it set to do tap tempo, and you can tell by that blinking tempo light. There are 4 different modes here, EQ mode, modulation, auto filter, and dual delay. And each one has 2 sub modes. And this knob here controls a special feature of each sub mode. All right, that's the copy, that's the details. Here's the sounds. This is what the guitar sounds like on its own. Now let's go like a straight, simple, straight up delay. We'll do some 8th notes, okay? So the mode we're on is EQ mode. There's 2 different settings to it. And on the first one, what it does is as I turn down this knob, it actually rolls off the highs. And that's really good if you want the repeats not to sound too in your face and bright. See, as I turn down the knob, the repeats get darker and darker as they repeat. And it just adds a nice sense of space. glues everything together in a very pleasant way. So the next mode is, if I just turn it up a little bit, I'm still in EQ mode, and this is the second function of it. It changes this knob to make it, as opposed to getting darker and darker, it rolls off the lows and makes it so that the repeats get brighter and brighter as they go. Here it gets nice and kind of pointed. I like that when I'm trying to be more like rhythmic in my playing, because I want those repeats to be more in the forefront. I want them to really highlight the rhythmical aspects of what I'm doing. So let's go to like a dotted eighth note thing. Really nice effect, very different than the other thing, and for a very different kind of delay approach. Now let's go to the next mode. I'm just gonna turn this until you see the little LEDs change a little bit. Now I'm on 2. This is modulation delay, and of course we all know that sound. Let's create a nice modulated sound. This M in the first version of the modulation is doing the speed. So we have... The second mode of the modulation section here is going to be on the depth. And it's actually a little bit more subtle, actually. So it's just going to create a deeper sounding modulation or a lighter sounding modulation. Very pretty. Let's go to the next one here. This is our auto filter, and that is going to create like a filtery effect on the repeats. And when it's set on the first one, it's going to be, I believe, it's the depth of that filter. The next one is speed of the auto filter. Let's see what that's gonna do to my sound. Awesome. Dual. Let's go to dual. Now this is the last mode, and this one is dual delays. So what we have here is we have our first delay sound, which we could do here, and then this one adds a different delay, and this is a speed for it. And what I like to do with this one is I'll actually get like a, let's roll everything down. I'm gonna get this as like a slapback delay. Let's see. Back. And then we'll get this in more of a rhythmic kind of situation. That's nuts. That's nuts. Last mode is now we have the two delays, instead of just kind of being free agents, or that second delay being a free agent, whatever speed you set it is whatever speed, they're actually synced together. So we could actually have subdivisions. And that is The Surgeon by Matthews Effects. Well, that is it. That is the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe to the page if you haven't done so already. Check out the links in the description below. And if you want to hear my review on The Surgeon, check it out on Patreon. I do all my reviews on Patreon, sponsored by the Patreon supporters, and all my demos, tutorials, all the other stuff. It's right here on YouTube. So that being said, I guess I'll see you all soon. Take care and goodbye.